World Darts Championship Final, Michael van Gerwen v Michael Smith. Predictions, betting tips, odds, stats and TV time. Michael van Gerwen takes on Michael Smith in the PDC World Darts Championship Final on New Year and #X27 day. So here and #X27 our full preview including statistics and predictions. So after 15 days, 27 sessions, 94 matches, 430 sets and around 1720 legs, I Haven and #X27 worked it out exactly, of darts, we now reach the crescendo. Despite all the shocks, dramatic comebacks and underdog stories which have made this World Championship so memorable, we have a repeat of the Premier League final between two world-class players who have pretty much blazed their way through their sections of the draw without any real scares. Michael van Gerwen starts as hot favorite to win his third world title, but Michael Smith should, at the very least, run him much closer than Gary Anderson did if he can maintain the same stunning standards he and #X27 produced so far. Below I and #X27 compiled each player and #X27 tournament statistics and routes to the final as well as head-to-head records, a match previews and a prediction. Tournament stats, MVG first, routes to the final. Click here for full tournament results. Michael van Gerwen Michael Smith head-to-head record match preview. Amidst all the carnage of the shocks and titanic battles that have grabbed most of the headlines, Michael van Gerwen and Michael Smith have powered their way through to the final and nobody can possibly dispute they and #X27 been the superior players in each half of the draw. Obviously MVG faced the tougher route on paper, but with 5 more averages over 100. A feat he and #X27 now managed in 18 straight matches on the Alexandra Palace stage. None of his opponents, including a lackluster Gary Anderson, could live him, and he and #X27 lost just 5 sets in 37 of the 111 legs he and #X27 played. Smith, by contrast, had the and #X27 easier and #X27 route, and he and #X27 become only the third player since 2000 to reach the final without having beaten one of the top 16 seeds. However, that stat is misleading in the sense that both Luke Humphries and Nathan Aspinall ended up being two of the success stories of this tournament, and he needed to produce 100+ averages and a glut of 180s to put them both to the sword. Indeed, Aspinall and #X27 performance in that thrilling semi-final on Sunday night was far superior to the test that Anderson gave MVG, while Smith produced a statistically better display than the world number 1. Michael Smith is the third player since 2000 to have reached the World Championship final without having defeated at least one of the top 16 seeds. Peter Manley 2006, Adrian Lewis 2011, Ethy Macaron Thy'. What a finish to an incredible match. Finally Michael Smith hits his 17th 180s, a record for a World Championship semi-final, in the last leg and finishes it off with a 121 checkout. Great performance from both at BullyBoy180 and at Nathan Aspie. Pic.twitter.com/9A87 Arcade. Coming into this tournament both men had something to prove. As daft as it sounds, Michael van Gerwen and #X27 dominance was being questioned, having and #X27 only and #X27 won 3 major trophies, the Premier League, Masters and the World Grand Prix, out of his overall haul of 18, but now he and #X27 on the cusp of firmly silencing those critics and becoming the first man since Phil Taylor to become PDC World Champion more than twice. Michael Smith, who was soundly beaten by a ruthless MVG in that Premier League final, has made progressive strides in his career in 2018 by winning 3 titles, but blew match darts to win his first proper big major against James Wade at the World Series of Darts Finals. The Street Helens thrower, 28, has repeatedly mixed it with the best, but now he and #X27 hungry and ready to prove he can deliver when it really counts. The way he handled the pressure in the last 2 rounds makes me feel he can do it, and when you look at the stats in the routes to the final section, U&X27 he and X27 statistically got the power to challenge MVG. This season they and X27 met 7 times, with Van Gerwen winning all 3 Premier League encounters including that final. MVG is the 2018 United Premier League champion. United 180 love the darts pic.twitter.com/uf1kbeat. However, since then there and X27 been 2 matches to give all Bully Boy fans real confidence that the gap between the pair has closed. Firstly, he defeated him en route to winning the televised Shanghai Darts Masters. Van Gerwen is finally beaten. His first ever defeat in Shanghai as Michael Smith progresses to a first World Series final in an 8-4 win. What a moment for the Bully Boy! Shanghai Darts pic.twitter.com/7facelesmas. And at the recent Grand Slam of Darts, he lost 10-8 in one of the best matches in the tournament and X27 history, but it could have been so different had his attempt at tops for a 160 checkout when trailing 9-8 not missed low. What a match! MVG takes the win with a massive 108.323 dart average. Macron #Bwin darts pic.twitter.com/sk0 Smith averaged 3 figures and weighed in with 6 maximums and also produced 2-ton-plus checkouts of 121 and 112, underlining how he and X27 not phased against such formidable opposition. Regular readers will know I and X27 D-tipped him at 16-1 in my pre-tournament betting preview, and I and X27 am going to stick with him, especially on what I and X27 v seen. Anyone who has backed Smith at 16s may want to consider the 15/8 on MVG winning the final, but Smith to fire in the most 180s. If Bully Boy is to triumph, he will need to produce great numbers, so another option is 6-1 on him to win, score over 15.5 180s and a checkout of over 131.5. Just to finish on a lighter note, Smith knows he can and X27 wait too much longer to win a world title given the raising standards of the game and X27 young stars, and he and X27 also worry about his 180 throwing 4-year-old son Jr. catching him up in the not-too-distant future. Macron Michael Smith knows he needs to win a world title sooner than later due to the rising standards of the game and number 39 newest stars ... vi squared y apostrophe ... and that includes at Bully Boy 180 and number 39 4-year-old son Jr., who has already hit a 180. pic.twitter.com/Ken prediction 5-7 Macron World Darts Championship Final. Michael Van Gerwen v Michael Smith I Diaresis Sedilla A New Year and number 39 S Day 7th Cube Diaresis Sedilla vote, who wins?